Good morning. So we're here with our Warman Mom and Baby group, and we're being joined by Travis with the Saskatchewan Prevention Institute, and he is talking with the moms about car seat safety. So we're going to go take a peek at that.
Okay, so you can feel that, you can hear it snap in there, especially down here at the crotch. Sometimes we get, a little bit of clothing or something that gets trapped between there, and it'll look like it's done up, but it's not. Okay, so you always want to make sure that you're hearing the click. Make sure that you're snapping that right in there. Okay, just like that. Now, once we have this around your child, probably the biggest mistake that most parents are making is not tightening the harness up around the child enough. Okay? We want to snug it up until we can achieve one of two things. Most of your manuals today are going to say pinch test at the shoulder. So what they're talking about there is if you were to come at the child's shoulder, and if you were able still to pinch webbing at their shoulder, that's too loose. Okay? So how they would want it, if my hand is the baby here, it'd be snug enough that when you come to pinch webbing, it slides right off. Okay? So the other way to test, and this is what they always used to have in manuals, is one index finger at the collarbone. So basically you're achieving the same thing. If you can only slide one index finger between that harness and the collarbone, okay, you're gonna have it nice and snug. So don't be afraid to tighten these up. And actually you need to do it. So there's a lot of force that happens in a collision, and the vast majority of seats that I see, parents are worried about hurting their child, they're worried about making them uncomfortable, okay? Neither is true, so of course we're not gonna pull so tight that it's cutting into their skin or turning them purple or anything like that. But if you're following the pinch test, which is most manuals now, or the index finger at the collarbone, okay, you're gonna have that in properly. Now, in addition to this has to be when the child's dressed as they would be dressed inside the house. So, a lot of parents, when it gets a little bit colder like it is today, they're bundling up their children and putting them in big sleep sacks, or they're putting them in big clothing like snowsuits that make them 4 times their size, or bunting or bundle bags. Okay? So a bunting or a bundle bag is probably the biggest culprit that we have here in this province. And what it does is we would open up our harness straps. Okay? It looks like a sleeping bag, it goes underneath. Then we have to pull the harness straps through kind of an awkward set of holes that are in it because they're not made for these car seats. It's often like a purchase. Then the child goes on top of that bag, then we can zip it around. So it seems like a great idea in theory, but what it does is anything that adds compressible, fluffy material underneath the child or around the child before we harness them in, we're now tightening around that instead of around the child. Okay? So parents will phone me, and usually with a little bit older kids than this, and they'll say, you know, my car seat works great in the summertime, awesome. In the wintertime, I can't fit my kid in it anymore. The straps are too short. Okay? Well, that tells me that they've probably got 100 layers of clothes on them, wrapping them up in a blanket, and then trying to put them in. So that shouldn't happen. So in Saskatchewan, even when it's -40 out, what we should be doing, dressing as you would inside the house, blankets over top. Okay? Even a cover, like we have lots of covers and stuff, something like that is perfectly fine. Okay? If they go around or over top of the seat, so it doesn't affect how the child's putting. So nothing around or underneath the child. Okay? So if we can just kind of remember that rule, you're going to be doing really well. Anything that you have to thread straps through, okay, or like the bunting bag, have to put the whole system through there, is going to affect how it fits on your child. Okay? If you don't believe me, and a lot of parents don't, if you're using any of those products, here's what I want you to do when you get home. I want you to put those big clothing around your children. I want you to put that bunting bag in, a head hugger or something, tighten it up around your kid until you can achieve pinch test or one finger at the collarbone. After you've done that, I want you to wiggle the kid out. So unbuckle everything. Don't adjust the straps. Take out whatever you have in there, then put your child in with just normal clothing. You're going to see the looseness in those straps. You're going to see how it affects how that child fits in there. Okay? So as you would inside the house, dress them. That's how they should be in the car seat. Stuff over top afterwards is fine, but we don't have anything underneath or around the child.
So is something like this